Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on this video. Today we're going to be talking about don't reopen the door. Too many times we reopen the door and we do not need to reopen the door, okay? So God told me to tell y'all, don't go back, okay? He said this twice to me. Do not go back, do not go back. You don't have to even speak it out loud that you are thinking about going back, but God knows your thoughts. And the devil knows your thoughts too through your actions. The devil will have you going back and forth in your mind all because of your actions. Should I go back or not? Okay? So be careful about your actions. He is monitoring you, okay? And as you grow with the Lord, there is no back and forth that needs to take place. It is sealed. God has spoken. And what we do still go back and forth in our minds again, was that really God talking to me? Maybe it wasn't. I did feel led to leave. That's what you're saying to yourself. But who do you think was leading you? Because you didn't do that by yourself. Then you start telling yourself, God don't talk to me. You don't know what to do or what to think because you're operating in the spirit of confusion. Then you end up going back into that closed door. There was nothing left for you back there. You had completed that assignment. That chapter in your life had been closed and you reopened the door that God shut. Have you lost your mind? In Revelation chapter 3, verse 7, to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these are the words of him who is true, who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. This applies to the church of Philadelphia, but this applies to us today, okay? Yeah, you can walk back through that door that has been closed by God, but then it won't be nothing for you because it has been shut. He gives us free will, so you can walk back through that door if you want to. Like wanting love from a man and not getting it because the better man is behind the other door. But you don't know that because you keep going, still going through the same closed door. I don't know why you keep treating me like that. You know I love you. That's what you keep telling him. The door is shut. He ain't about to love you. There is better for you. You need to keep that door closed. Going back through a closed door that God has closed is forcing what's behind that door to work for you, and it ain't working and it never will. That's why you are crying, confused in a relationship, talking about it's complicated. God is telling you that ain't the man for you. A man will only change for a woman that is for him, fighting and forcing to make a closed door work that never will. Life is about growth, not being stagnant. If you go back, you are going to feel empty inside, like something is missing in your life. Why? Because it is. God has something else for you behind the new door, but you can't stay away from the old door. Old friends, old boyfriends, old girlfriends, one of them call you, you about to break your neck to answer the phone. If God has been trying to take you through a new door, do y'all hear me? A new chapter in your life, and you keep walking through the old door, then you deserve the heartbreak, the disappointment. You deserve whatever comes with that closed door. God will leave you in your foolish thinking. In Romans chapter 1, verse 8, since they thought it foolish to acknowledge God, he abandoned them to their foolish thinking and let them do things that should never be done. God is showing you that the door is shut. You refuse to acknowledge it, which means that you refuse to acknowledge God. You think the closed door is what you need. That's foolishness. Never walk back through a closed door, okay? Just like when there is a bad child and the mom is fed up with him or her for never listening, so she washes her hands with the child. This is the same thing. God will show us and try to teach us and guide us and close doors. But if we act like we don't see it, it's like beating a dead horse to wake up. Oh my goodness. God, thank you for that analogy. Okay? God loses hope in you when he is trying to lead you through a new door and you refuse to go through that new door. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. God, thank you for that analogy too. He is trying to take you through a new door, a new chapter in life, and you do not want it, or you want it, but you want it to include the people that's behind the closed door too. In James chapter 1 verse 8 says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Double-minded means you are all over the place, you have no mental stability, and it brings about confusion. You can't get what is in the new door because you are too busy looking back. You are a pillar of salt. In Genesis chapter 19 verse 26, Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Every time you look back and reflect on what you had behind that closed door, you are walking in disobedience and repercussions will come. You cannot look back. Ain't nothing back there worth looking back at. Weigh your worth in the old. What is your benefit from the old? The old door is a booby trap. Do y'all hear me? It is a booby trap, and it's hard to get out of a booby trap. Somebody has to come rescue you. God is your rescuer, okay? You out there on a sinking boat with no life jacket. God comes by and throws you a life jacket. No, God, I don't want it. That's basically what you're saying. This is what you are saying to God. He is giving you an olive branch. God is saying, I see you struggling in the old. Here is an olive branch. You won't even take it. And this isn't just about relationships with people. This could be about other areas in your life as well, where God is trying to take you through a new door. Like God sends people to you. God sends people to you to invite you to church. What you do? You don't show up. God sends people to you that sends you a link to a sermon. What you do? You don't open it. God sends people your way to teach you about God and show you that was God giving you a way out, and you don't listen. Then God himself shows up and closes the door, and you still want to be behind that closed door. We have to pay attention to when God is showing us things. He works through his people, and if his people can't get through the person, then he comes to them through a vision, dream, or wherever or however. But what is it going to take for you not to keep reopening the door to nowhere? What is your stronghold behind that closed door? And I had planned this message the night before, and when I woke up, God allowed me to see spirits leaving out of people. The spirits that had entered you while you were in the door that God closed. And I heard God say, carry out the mission. I have assignments for you. And this was confirmation for me because it went with this message. And as I was rising up out the bed, I heard God say to me, abort the mission, abort the mission. If you enter a door God has already closed, you will be aborting the mission, the assignments that he has for you. Do you get it? Please tell me you get this. Then he said, many still will open that closed door, but tell them what I said anyway. And then he said, my people, and I saw him drop his head down in sadness and disappointment, and he walked away. and I saw the back of him. Like he had like a long, like brownish reddish hair with a long white robe on. And I only seen the back of him. He's real, y'all. Okay? He exists. And even as he was walking away, he was still talking to me. He said, we are opening too many closed doors. And if you even think about going in a door I have closed, think again. He has delivered you from abusive relationships. Hello? Come on now. And you want to go back. He has delivered you from a bunch of stuff. Y'all are being a disappointment. God said, tell them I need them to do right. The door was closed for their good. Don't I know what's good for them? Come on now. I have died for their iniquities, and they still refuse to listen to me. They don't see that it was me that closed the door. God, y'all. Whew, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. He said this to me, y'all. He gave this to me to tell y'all. And he said, repent. Tell them I said repent for trying to walk back into a door that I have closed. Oh. And he said, be still and know that I am God. And he said, my people are too busy. This is how they get their heart broken all over again. This is him speaking. It hurts me to see my people hurt, and I have died for them. Y'all, that was Jesus. Do not reopen that door. Do not be a disappointment. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to take this stuff serious. God said close that door. Y'all keep that door closed and keep it moving. Do y'all hear me? Y'all, this message hit my spirit. I'm like, oh my goodness. Whew. Out of all the messages that I have done on this channel, this one was the one that hit me. God was all in this message, okay? Guys, close that door, y'all. Close that door. God said close the door. Close the door. Do not reopen the door. Do not. I don't care how much of you miss that person or whatever. No. God said no. Y'all, I am Sharanda. I am a vessel for God, and I am simply walking in obedience. Y'all, we got to take this stuff serious, okay? I will see you all in the next video.